You should be running automated prospecting right now on multiple channels. There's so many things you can be doing to bring leads in while you sleep. Let's talk about it. These are some of the things I'm doing, and this isn't even everything, but these are all the ones that I know that are very low-hanging fruit that I know work at some level to bring in leads consistently that don't require ad spend. So the first one is, in no particular order here, cold email, B2B cold email. Okay, so running campaigns that have a really good offer. I mean, something where the person is like scroll stopping. They're not going to just send it to spam or delete it. They're going to be like, okay, that's too good to say no to. That's something I've talked about in other videos. The next one would be ringless voicemail. You can drop pre-recorded messages or even have AI custom do a message that even references the person's name and the business name, all based on AI automation with a human sounding voice, and it just drops right into the person's voicemail. The phone doesn't even ring, and they're like, oh, I missed a call. And then they'll call you back. Either they'll listen to the message and they'll call you back, or they'll just be like, oh, I missed a call and call you back. Ringless voicemail works really well. There's also a whole bunch of AI platforms. I've showed you some of them before, but I use ones like Ghost, which is automated outreach for influencers, but it also works just for like B2B in general. I'm also using a new LinkedIn outreach tool called SBL.so. Weird name, but there was a lifetime deal on it on AppSumo. I'll put the link here to it so you can grab it. Don't wait, by the way, because it'll be gone pretty soon. But that allows you, again, it uses AI and it allows you to reach out to people on LinkedIn, again, with a good offer, using AI, using message customization. And as long as you have a good offer, it's another channel that you should definitely be reaching out on. The other thing I liked about SBL was that it had intent data, like Lead Eagle has intent data, my company, but this is built into the platform where you can actually target people based on all kinds of things that they have done. Like if they've liked or made a recent post on your topic for your business, any topic you want, you can reach out to those people. So you know that there's relevance, there's recency to their interest in your target market. There's lots of other tools in that space, by the way. I'm just mentioning a couple that I use, but by no means are the only ones. There's tons of these things. One that I would avoid that I did test out and kick the tires on is using AI to try to have like SDR, sales development representative conversations to do like appointment setting. At this point with AI, I just don't think that works very well. I tested it enough to think that it's kind of it's a non-starter in my opinion. By the way, if you've had a different experience, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment. But I think that the ringless voicemail option I talked about earlier is like a better sort of version of that, where it's not interactive, but you're using it to formulate the message, which by the way can also be done with custom voices like in 11 Labs. You can even model your own voice, sample your own voice, and create a clone based on it if you want it to sound like you. Or there's dozens of voice choices in the platform. Even better are tools that combine these things, like hit a prospect with email and then LinkedIn, or LinkedIn 3 days later, or multiple emails and interleaving. So you're kind of like, it's like an assault on all fronts with that same offer. This is like running retargeting ads where you're hitting the person in more than one place. Another one that I don't personally do, but I've thought about a lot lately this is an old school one, but I think it still works, which is website contact form outreach. The thing is, if you have a good offer, if you have a crappy offer, it doesn't matter. But if you have a good offer, a very easy, guaranteed way to get in front of somebody is, or at least somebody in the organization, is to reach out on their website contact form. And again, that's not spam in the sense of like, if you are genuinely reaching out to them and you have a really interesting offer to them, then they're going to be happy to hear from you. And that's what it always comes down to, is the offer. If your offer sucks or nobody's interested in what you want, then it doesn't matter how you reach them, they're not going to be interested. But if you truly have something that's worthy of talking about and is going to solve a problem for that particular company, they'll be interested to hear from you. So have an offer like that. Make it a win for them. Value first, no-brainer, Godfather offer too good to refuse. And when you do that, you're going to win business. But in summary, have lots of channels running with prospecting, outbound prospecting all the time. Use AI, use automation, because these things can augment your other efforts from real human beings and paid ad campaigns and things like this.